Hello and welcome to another tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how I painted this semi-abstract landscape painting, and I really hope you enjoy watching this tutorial. So this painting is inspired by the farm down the road where I used to live, and I completely changed the composition, but I really fell in love with that cow laying down under the tree and I had to paint it. So this is my take on it. So I started by painting a very watered down version of raw sienna. I painted this first layer wet on dry, but I made sure that I have a lot of water on my brush so that I don't have to worry about the paint drying by the time that I'm trying to paint another layer on top of it, like the one I'm painting right now. So the only thing I wanted to keep in mind was that I want the raw sienna to be very light. So basically once it dries, it's just a white, but a warm white. I didn't want it to be like a very pigmented and vibrant raw sienna. So once I was happy with that, I used Moon Glow, and I'm basically just painting some shapes for the shadow part of the clouds, but as you can see, this is a semi-abstract painting, so I wasn't worried about keeping the exact shape of those clouds. I was more focusing on the composition. Once I was happy with the shape of the sky, I used a clean damp brush and I softened the bottom edge, and now I'm just painting some different marks for the foreground and the middle distance. I wanted this first layer to be very light, so I added a lot of water to my green. I used a combination of sap green, and I also added a touch of raw sienna to also connect the sky with the landscape and also make some variation so that the foreground and the middle distance is not all the same color of sap green. And once I was happy with the first layer, now I'm making some darker marks, and all these lines have a direction, so they're not all over the place. I want them to lead our viewer's eye towards our focal point that we're going to be painting at the left hand side in the bottom of the painting. And this time I'm making sure that I have less water on my brush, so that when I'm making these darker marks, they can kind of hold their shape and they won't spread too much all over the foreground. I'm now mixing a kind of a muted purple. I'm using the same color that I used for the sky, which was Moon Glow, and I also added a touch of quinacridone magenta to kind of push this color more towards purple and a little bit make it a little bit more reddish, just to add some warmth into the painting. It can be a nice complement to all the green, which is a cool color in the painting. So it's a very good tip every time you're painting a landscape painting that has a lot of greens. Just find an excuse to paint something in muted red color or even purplish color. I also wanted to mention that if you would like to see the step-by-step process of my paintings, you can join my Patreon membership, where I teach you everything I know about painting so that you can create your own unique gallery pieces. So I put the link down below if you're interested in that. So this is the finished piece. I'm very happy with it. I love semi-abstract landscape paintings, and I think this one turned out pretty nice and almost minimalistic, so it doesn't have too many things going on in it, which I really love, and I really hope you like it as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy painting!